Child, y'all come on in, come on in. I hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. But honey, if you think for 1 second the drama was over with Jennifer Williams and her boyfriend, honey, it ain't. Child, Christian's baby mama enters the chat. Now, she had quite a bit to say about the father of two of her children, ages 3 and 4. Now, she been quiet for a while, but I think Evelyn, when she posted those court documents, it kind of gave the baby mama a push to, come on out and tell her truth. So she's calling him out for allegedly not seeing his children, not paying child support. So after the video of her blasting the deadbeat father of two, Christian has officially responded. So he's addressing all the allegations, but instead of him clearing his name, which probably was his intent, he was just making excuses. So we gonna hear what the baby mom had to say, and we gonna hear his response, and I'll be back.
My issue with people is that you think that you can go into somebody's house, build a relationship, get close to those people, and then walk the fuck out and throw a grenade in that bitch and light it on fire, and then you turn around and look back like you did nothing. You take no responsibility for what you've done to cause chaos in people's lives. That's my issue that I have. Because if we really want to talk about it, we have receipts, text messages, conversations showing where you have disrupted the peace in people's homes. That's why you owe people money. You owe your own children money. You owe your own children so much back pay because you don't take responsibility for what you're supposed to do as a father, as a businessman. That's why we're speaking up. So y'all can give zero fucks all you want. So get ready. Because yes, I am mama. I am taking care of these babies. And guess what? I want you to live your best life. Do what you want to do. Travel, see the world, live your best life. But stop causing chaos in other people's lives and not taking responsibility for what you have to do to fix it. Fix it. Stop not paying people back. Stop ignoring the fact that you owe child support. Stop pretending like, oh, life is so grand and we're rich and we have all this money and we're just living our best lives and we don't care what we're doing to everybody else. We're just la 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 la, just everybody. We're living our best life. Okay, keep living your best life, but guess what? We're coming for you. We're coming for you because you still owe money. You still need to take responsibility, and if you don't want to do it, we're going to make you.
This is draining. Thank you for everybody checking in on me. Public service announcement. This is draining. I have tirelessly been trying to protect my children for the past few years since this man decided that he was going to make certain decisions and not consider how those things were going to affect the people around him. I mean, and the crazy thing is your children are getting pulled into something and you don't even really want to be their father. You don't check on them. Your kids have been in the hospital. They've been sick. I've heard nothing. Received nothing. Got any type of support for your kids from you. But yet, we do get mentions on TV shows and social media posts. Children are being affected by decisions that adults are making. Toddlers.
For girl, Houston, we got a problem. This your husband, honey, your boyfriend, whatever, but this is your problem. I don't know if they're legally married, but Jennifer doesn't strike me as a woman that would be with a man who ain't taking care of his kids. But she does have a bad judge of character, as we can see that in her relationships and her friends. I'm just saying. But the fact that she is with this man, whether they're married or not, because Evelyn said they were not married, I don't know. but she's with a man who doesn't care for his kids. It's giving real dusty, and it raises a red flag. But we all know Jennifer is the MVP of ignoring red flags, honey. She runs right through them and snatch them down. But no matter how you look at this, if a man isn't stepping up for his kids, the ones he helped bring into this world, what does that say about his character, Jennifer? His priorities, his ability to show up for the people who need him the most, his kids. He ain't even there, girl. And the fact that you are knowingly staying involved with this man speaks volumes about you as well as a person. And I would have to agree, you are a bum. If this is true, you are a bum just like Christian. Okay, and at the end of the day, and relationship with his kids speak volumes about who he is as a man. And Jennifer, if he ain't caring for his kids, child, it's only a matter of time he gonna stop caring for you. If this is true, y'all both are bums. Do better. But let's hear what Christian had to say, because he had quite a bit to say himself. So we'll get into that, and then I'll be back.
2020, my children's mother, my daughter and my son, we started dating. Really more so toward the end of 2019, right before the pandemic, we started dating. Things were good, of course. Things are always good at first in most relationships. Sometimes they don't stay that way, and I'm not saying everything should be perfect, but things were great. And of course, the relationship, it took its toll. I don't know what postpartum feels like. I'm not here to talk bad on my children's mother, because I don't know what postpartum feels like. I don't know what women have to deal with internally when it comes to hormones. I don't know, right? I can only be there to support, right? But also having to navigate my own life, right? My own life traumas and my own life experiences. I was showing up for myself, but also trying to show up for my kid's mother as well. That turned out to be toxic. There was a lot of insecurities involved, of course, with her thinking I'm dealing with other women when I really wasn't. I was really just a stay-at-home dad, living a private life, and that's all I cared about, was just being home, running my business, and making sure my kids were taken care of. That got toxic to the point where I wasn't going to bring this up, but I was actually physically abused, and I could have pressed charges. See, this is the thing that men don't come out and talk about. We're told to shut the up, right? And not talk about it. But I was actually physically abused, which I actually have on video, right? When I said, you know what? I'm going to leave. It took everything in me. I'm going to be completely transparent. It took everything in me not to go off. But I said, you know what? I'm going to leave. And even before that transpired, we were already in a place of like, this is just not going to work out. And that resulted in me moving on, right? Things get toxic, but guess what? People move on. It doesn't mean that you hold me by a carrot or you hold me by a string and say, okay, since you wanted to leave, because on the video that surfaced online just a few minutes ago, it said that I got up and I just left. That's actually not the truth. I never just got up and left. Actually, I tried to work it out. I tried to work things out because I never wanted my children to have a broken house. I'm not going to be labeled as a deadbeat, because I'm not. Did my children receive support financially? Most definitely. Was her rent paid? Most definitely. Were her bills paid? Most definitely. Because I have documentation, I have receipts as well. Have they spent time over here with me and Jennifer? Most definitely. Has Jennifer ever got to communicate with them? Most definitely. Transparency. I know that they're my children, right? But I did a paternity test. I did a DNA test because I wanted that to be documented, right? And I wanted it to be in the court system. So once child support order is set, then we can move forward with the legitimization side and saying, hey, this is visitation, whether you get them every other weekend, you get them every other month, however it is, however it works out. But the stigma online is you don't see your kids, or you haven't sent me a dime. When record and documentation shows that I was sending you over $2,000 a month for that, at that time, a 3 and a 2-year-old. They're not in school. You're a stay-at-home mom. Over $2,000 a month. And still, can I see the kids? It becomes a thing of, oh yeah, most definitely. You can come get them. You guys can spend time with them. It becomes something like, it's like playing tug of war, because one week you're good, and then the next week your hormones are all over the place, and then now, oh, you can't see them. Fathers deal with this all the time with single moms because they're bitter. And the bitterness did not start until I got married, right? Because even before Jennifer and I got married, we were trying to work it out. We said we were going to meet up and we were going to establish a written agreement, because when you have a written agreement outside the court, you can go through mediation, you can have a written agreement, you can have an attorney deal with it, you can get it signed off, you can get it notarized. And guess what? That is the agreement. The father agrees to pay this and see them on this date. And the mother has her side of the agreement as well. Why? On my birthday, 6/18/2024. Documents don't lie. She wrote a letter because she said, no, we don't have to do this in court. I was completely fine about doing this in court, because I was like, listen, like I said from the start, we can do this in court and we can get this, we can get this set in stone. I would no longer pursue this case, and I ask again that all action cease. This didn't come from me. I didn't beg mercy from the judge or from the clerk of court. This came from my children's mother. Yes, the document was notarized. Yes, her ID was attached to it. This document is safe because she no longer lives at that address. I don't throw people's addresses out there, by the way. I don't do that. Because I don't stoop that low. This is her company, Hall School of Investments, right? Very seldom I would do Cash App. Very seldom I would do Venmo. This has to be documented in a certain way. Every month, like clockwork. And look at the date, because I'm going to show you more than one screenshot. Yeah, I put her license on social media. Yes. But when a woman air a man out, y'all don't have nothing to say. Get him, sis. Like, come on now. At this point, it's a double-edged sword. Let me choose a different one. That was January. But what about February? What about, hold on. And on top of this, not only was I sending this like clockwork, what about March? What about March? What about April? What about April? Hold on. Time out. Whoever Yakio is, we're at the end of May. We're talking last year before child support was filed for. And also then dismissed. Because I'm showing you documents from her sending me invoices. But what you're not seeing is all of the side payments I sent her. Like I said, I don't send over $500 via Cash App. Most business people wouldn't know that though. Right? Let's go to May. So the stigma of Christian not paying his child, well, this is not even child support though. This was not sent to the Department of Human Services or whatever you want, the Department of Child Support, whatever it is, the DCS, I don't know what it's called, right? This was sent basically as a father who gives a right? Now, for all of you saying, oh, it's 2025, guess what? This ended when she decided to take it to court. Because my attorney at the time said everything ceases until we get a child support order in place.
I'm shaking my damn head. This is a hot ass mess. Now, folks are saying Evelyn caused this. Now, in my opinion, I feel like Evelyn definitely set off a chain reaction. Had she never posted those court documents, would the baby mama had to come to social media? I don't think so. But that's how Evelyn operates. She stirs the pot and then sit back and watch all this mess unfolds. Everyone involved is immature. Evelyn, Jennifer, Christian, and the baby mama for airing out all y'all business for the world to see. The only innocent parties in the situation is those babies. They didn't ask to be caught up in some damn reality TV mess. And here we are. Child, let me know what y'all think down in these comments. Give the video a thumbs up and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.